A lot of people ask me, how do you ask a question in Spanish? And so I prepared a little video for you for how to ask a question in Spanish. So I'm going to share my screen here with you. And so, how do you ask a question in Spanish? Look at all these questions we have here in English. Every single one of them has the word do in it. How do you ask a question? Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak English? Where do you work? When do you arrive? Who do you live with? Okay. So the problem here is that the word do as a helping verb in Spanish doesn't exist. Okay. So what you're left with when you get rid of the do is you're left with you speak Spanish. But in Spanish, you have to change the word order around. So to say, do you speak Spanish? You say, habla usted español? Do you speak Spanish? You simply flip the words around. So how would you say, do you speak English? Again, you get rid of the do. You say, you speak English, but you flip the words around. Same thing as above. Habla usted inglés? Do you speak English? Okay, so what about when you have a question word in here like where or when or who? Same thing. You still get rid of the do. Take out the do, and then you have to switch around work and you. So when you say, where do you work in Spanish, what you really say is, where work you? ¿Dónde trabaja usted? Where do you work? ¿Dónde trabaja usted? Down here, which word are we going to get rid of? We're going to get rid of the do, because Spanish doesn't have a helping verb do. You always get rid of it. So what you're going to say is, when arrive you. You're going to switch it around. When arrive you. That's how you're going to say it. So when, cuando llega usted. Now, you might ask, why are you saying usted when I thought the Spanish word for you was tú? Well, that's because we're talking about Costa Rica here, and in Costa Rica, you don't use the word tú. You use the word usted. They are formal with everybody. Okay, so I'm using usted, and that's why I have usted in all of them. Usted. Okay, so who do you live with? Yes, I know. In English, that's wrong. You can't end a sentence with a preposition. How many times have your teachers told you that? Well, actually, you can. But better to say with whom. And of course, if you say whom, people are going to think you're a snotty person because with whom do you live? Okay, so, but that's how you should say it. That is correct. With whom do you live? Now, why do I point that out? Well, but mostly so that you know that I'm not an ignorant person and that I actually know the correct English. And secondly, because in Spanish, you really can't end a question with a preposition. Not possible. It doesn't even sound right in Spanish. You can't say with at the end of a sentence. Just cannot happen. So in Spanish, what you have to say is, with whom do you live? That's the way you have to do it in Spanish. So you still got a do in there. Take the do out, take the word you, and move it to the end. And so what you're really going to say in Spanish is, with whom live you? You're going to say upside down question mark, con quién vive usted? And that's how you ask a question in Spanish.